Hiya and thanks for watching. So today I'm changing the chain on the bike. It needs changing. So this is just going to be a short video showing you how to know when it needs changing and how to change it. It's a pretty straightforward process, and it's just on the chain with the power link or the magic link. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. If you've changed the chain before, then you're probably not going to learn anything new. If checking the chain for wear and changing it is something you're not particularly familiar with, then stay tuned and we'll be showing you how to do that. There's my new chain. Just two tools you need for this job. One is a chain wear checker. I'll show you how to use that. And the other is the quick link or power link remover tool. So that's all you need, and let's get into it. Now, the only other thing to bear in mind when you're changing the chain is to get the right length chain. The chain that you'll need is dependent upon two things: the chain ring that you have at the front, which can be either 44, 50 or 54, and also how many gears you've got, so whether you've got one sprocket or two at the back. There is a diagram that comes with the chain, so I'll put a photo of that on for you now. And also I'll link to that in the description below. So it's on the Brompton website, and most of the suppliers of the chains as well will tell you that. Certainly if you're going to someone like SJS or Brilliant Bikes, they'll have that information for you to make sure you get the right chain. So that's the only other thing to take into account. Right, so first of all then, the chain tool or the wear tool. It's a pretty straightforward tool. There are two markings on there. One is for 0.75% wear. And the other for 1% wear. The way that it works is this end of the tool there drops in a link, and then that drops in the link, and then the pointy end, if that drops through the gap in the chain there, that's telling you that you've got at least that amount of wear. I checked this a couple of weeks ago and we were on 0.75% wear. It has since, not quite so simple, but it will go in at 1%. So I normally change at 0.75%, and that way I find I don't need to change the rear sprockets. Brompton do recommend you change the rear sprockets at the same time as the chain. I find if I do it at 0.75, I can get through two chains to one set of sprockets. It has just nipped over to one, as I say, but I'm going to stick with that and just change the chain today. If you are interested in changing the sprockets, I do have another video showing you how to do that as well. So that's the chain tool. Very cheap tool. You can pick those up for £4 or £5. Right, so the next thing we need to look for is the power link, which is this one. I think you can see there's a gap at the end of the link. If you compare that with the links to either side, there's no gap. To take off the chain, I'm going to just drop that down. Let me just move the camera further back for you. And then release the tension by taking the train off the derailleur and popping it back. There we go. And then the way that these work is simply to put one either end of the tool at either side of the link, squeeze it in, you can see that that moves and that then releases it. So this is just a close-up photo showing a typical power link or quick link, so you can see how that looks. And that is what the power link looks like when you've removed it, and then the chain will just thread simply out. Now, just to show you why the chain needs changing, I put the two chains side by side there. You can see they're both starting exactly the same alignment, and if we follow those down, by the time we get to the end, the old chain there is slightly longer. It's about 1 centimetre longer now than the new chain. They both have the same number of links, but this chain is stretched slightly, loosened and gone to that, and that can cause damage to your sprockets and also to the front chainring. So if you delay changing it, you could finish up having to change the front chainring as well, and also you can get problems with it slipping gears. So that just demonstrates why you need to change. While you've got the chain off, it's a good opportunity to give the front chainring a clean. You can't get into it properly when the chain's on, so I just get some degreaser on there and just give that a good rub down. To clear the grease, you can get quite a build up on there. That will also help to prolong the life of the chain ring. Good practice to do this every so often anyway, when you do a good clean on the bike and the chain. So yeah, that's that one done. Okay, so fitting the new chain. Goes around the front chainring, over the rear sprocket, and then feed it up and through the guide. Right, so we've now got both ends through. Right, so just to show you a close-up of the fitting process. Pop the link through the hole on that side. The other link that way. And then if you can see, the hole there is slightly wider at the back. So the rivet goes in at that point, like so, and it's the same on the other side, and then give that a tug and you can see that goes into place there. That's now locked nice and solid. Okay, it's then just a simple matter of popping the chain over the tensioner, and there we go, new chain fitted. Okay, so job done. Hope that was useful for you. If it was, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing, and remember, if you're wanting to change the sprockets at the same time, I do have a separate video for that, as well as various other maintenance jobs. I basically film the jobs as I do them, and hopefully it gives you an idea of how to go about things. Thanks again.